What's going on, guys? How are you? This is Shocks and this is ShocksCapital FX YouTube channel. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with friends and family so that we don't miss out on valuable content like this. So today we want to talk about secrets to following the trend in forex trading. So it's only fair that we start our discussion on the whiteboard. Alright, so what we are talking about here is this. So when everyone in the forex industry wants to explain about the trend in forex trading, they will draw something like this for you so that you can visualize what's happening, right? So this is not entirely wrong in depiction of the forex market, right? But what I just want you to master is this is a theory version of the trend, but it's not entirely theory. However, so we can use this as a standard to measure or to know or to identify the trend in forex. But what you have to understand here, or the key takeaways from this depiction, is that when we are in an uptrend, we are taking out the highs, and when we are in a downtrend, we are taking out the lows. These are key the takeaways from this schematic that everyone draws. So what we want to know is, or what we want to remember, or what we want to visualize or to use in our depiction, or in our let's say secrets to following the trend in forex, is if you see a price breaking maybe more than two highs, you know you are in an uptrend, right? And when you see price breaking more than two lows, you know you are in a downtrend. But that's not how this market moves, right? So when you see this schematic, we are assuming that price is breaking these highs. But then what happens when you see something like this? Okay, when you see something like this, let's just draw something which looks like this. What then happens? Oh, that is a bit easy. What happens when you see something like this, right? So you have an uptrend, then something just does like this. There are no laws in this cycle, right? So this thing is it depicts or explains trend using cycles like this, right? So these are two cycles, the first cycle and the second cycle. But then what happens when we just have a disruptive move that takes out every law here, but without giving us its own laws to break, so as to link it to this schematic, or to identify it with the same schematic model that everyone uses. So here I'm going to show you how to do that. When you are looking at a particular cycle, for example this first cycle, right? When the second cycle comes into play, okay, let me give you an example again that confuses a lot of traders out there. Let's say we have this schematic, right? We are saying these laws are what are guiding price. These laws are guiding price. Why? Because we are in an uptrend. What happens when you see something like this? Is this to be characterized or to be identified as a downtrend or no? Because we haven't taken out this law, but this cycle is taken out its own laws. So we have this kind of example, then we have this kind of example where we don't have laws of its own being broken, but we have these ones being taken out. So we want to consider each schematic one by one. So we start explaining this first aggressive schematic one, and then we'll go on to the next one where we talk about. So what happens when you see something like this? So as I said, when you see these two laws of the first cycle getting taken out like this, it means we have changed the trend. So how do you then enter here? Because we have been taught we wait for break of a law, then retest. but then price is not giving you that. So let's suppose this is H1 or H4. What do? When price takes out this, you are relaxed. When it takes out this, you are alert to the possibility of what? Of a change in trend, or to the possibility of a new trend in action. In this case, a downtrend. So what do? What you do is you go to the lower time frame and try to join this trend and try to what? To follow the trend. So how do you follow the trend? You go to the downtrend and look for sell opportunities. Why? Because we are in a downtrend. These are the pointers to what? To a change in what? In trend. And this is what we are following. And once it gives us these two breaks, number one, number two, and we are looking at what? Retest and break. And remember, this is an aggressive move happening, and we are not, as traders, we are not expecting price to retrace and what? And bounce. That's number one. Then we go to the second schematic. Then after the second schematic, we go to the charts and use real examples and try to explain this like what? Like real professionals, real traders, right? So, right, the second one, we have this low. We are waiting for this low and retest, then we go down. This is the conventional way of looking at what? At trends. But this is not what the market gives us every day. So sometimes it gives us something that looks like this, and we are expecting this to hold to the upside, then maybe it continues, right? So what you have to know is, when you trade this, yes, you are going to be trading break of low and retest in this range, but you are not going to be expecting price to go beyond this. Why? Because we first of all, we wait for break to confirm trend change, right? So when this hasn't happened, you are not going to be selling beyond that way. As far as you and me are concerned, we are in a what? We are in an uptrend. So when we sell, we know that we are counter trading, right? We are counter trend trading, right? Which means we are only waiting for this area, or this is our target, in other words. So we are just selling to take advantage of this retracement that might get here. So if you are smart enough, you don't do business here. You don't sell, you wait for price to give you a reaction at this point. If it gives you a reaction to go up, you go up. If it breaks, that's a reaction, or that's an indication of a decision to go down. So now let's go to our charts and try to see what we're talking about. So number one, we have a very good example of the aggressive that we're talking about. You see, this is what price has been doing from this point to this point. So this has been an uptrend. If we have to show it, we can do it like this way. We're saying we have that high being taken out, another high being taken out, another high being taken out, which is this one, then another high being taken out, right? So after that, you will clearly see that we have this low. Do you see that low? We have this low. So we have these lows, right? That price is what is respecting as it goes up. We have these lows that price is respecting. So these lows are what are guiding price, or are showing us that price is going what to the upside, because they are not getting what taken out. But then we suddenly have this aggressive move that takes out everything, right? So lesson number one, what I told you, the hint is, when you see it take out the first low, you relax, right? Then takes out the second low, like this. This is what happened. The second low. What are you waiting for? You then go to the lower time frames and look for sell opportunities from here. After this break, you look for sell opportunities. Why? Because price has changed direction, or the trend has changed. These are the indications, or these are the schematics which you want to be seen. So let's go to the time frame. So this was H4, right? So if you go to the H1 after this break, so let's change the color of this so that we can identify it when you go to the lower time frame. So let's make it red, right? So when you go to this is H4, so you just go down. If you are on H1, go to M15, etc., etc. So when this breaks, You look for what? For sell opportunities. When this breaks, you look for what? For sell opportunities. So it's in plain sight. It's hidden in plain sight here on H1. Why? Oh, why? Because we have that break and we have the retest, break and retest. That's a sell opportunity, and that's the indication number one that you are going to be what? To be selling. So if you are smart enough, you will sell here and wait for price to what? To go down like that. Then you can be selling again here at your order blocks, what you are used to. You can continue selling. Why? Because you have identified the trend change on the what? On the lower time frame. So if you don't know this, you will be waiting for price to give you clear lows so that you can wait for break, retest, break and retest, or you can be waiting for your what? For your you can be waiting for your order blocks and things like that, and that is not happening here. Do you see any order blocks getting retested in this move? No. But if you go down, you'll see something that looks like that. So that's where a lot of traders are getting it wrong, or that's where a lot of traders are getting confused. Why? Because they've been told by Shocks that you wait for break, then you wait for retest, you wait for break and retest. So they are looking for that on any time frame, on every time frame. If they don't find that, they are confused, or they go for a week without a trade if they are disciplined enough. But most of them, they are not, and they end up losing their money. So here I'm telling you how to look at these things and how to progress doing that. So that's what we are doing on what? On this particular time frame. So we'll go and look for another example. Remember, I told you most of the times you are going to be finding price retesting in the particular what? In the particular move. And the question is, are you going to trade before price gets to where you want it? Let's use this as an example. This is a break of a what? A break of a high. As you can see, this is a low, right? And this is the high, right? So logically, what you'd want to do here is to buy around this area, but then what then happens is you see price breaking this low and retesting, breaking another low, retesting before it gets here. So it's a pattern that's happening. So your question is, can I sell here? Can you sell here? My answer is no, and the other answer is yes. Why? You know exactly that you want to be doing your business around here. So why would you want to sell here? You know, I've seen some traders trading like this. Let's say they mark an order block or a point of interest of their choosing. Instead of waiting for price to make a bullish move to their point so they can sell, they want to buy to sell. They say it's called buy to sell or sell to buy. No, that thing will make you lose a lot of money. So what you can do is you wait for price to get to where you want it, and you do whatever you would have planned to do at that particular area. There's no such thing as sell to buy or buy to sell. No, you have to wait. Teach yourself to wait. So in this point, you can sell, but what I want mostly for you is to wait. If it breaks, then you can be looking for sell opportunities that you have caught in that area. Understood? Why? Because we are saying we are in an uptrend, and since we are in an uptrend, we can go up from anywhere. We can continue going up from here. So you don't want to be caught up in a very aggressive move from this particular point. You want to be waiting, you want to be disciplined, and you want to trade what you see. And you know what you see by now. So guys, and let's just quickly analyze what is happening here. We have a break of a high, clear break, right? Then we have a move up, and this move we have an order block in this area. You have an order block in this area. So what do? You buy. And where is your stop loss? Below. Where is your TP? At the red zone. Guys, it's been wonderful having you here. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and trade what you see. I'm sure